Vinay sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Headphone लगा।
Good afternoon, Dr. Vibha.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Your voice is echoing.
Yeah. Good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, sir.
We'll be starting in a minute. Hello. Am I audible clearly now?
Yes, sir. Your sound is clear now.
Yeah. It is not echoing, Vibha madam?
Yes. Now it is not.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. And we'll soon start with the session.
Yeah, sure.
Very good afternoon to all of you. Today we are here for this online national webinar on the innovation, startups, incubation, promoting IPR under the MOU with the WeGrow program. All the dignitaries, respected person, and today's Dr. Vibha Thakur ma'am, and all other dignitaries, principal of the college, Dr. Gaikwad sir, IPSC coordinator of this program. I welcome you all on the behalf of Sangamner College. And I want to introduce the ma'am in brief. Ma'am is highly organized, responsible professional with a 15 years of experience of working in various domains of higher education, self-motivated and result-oriented team leader, having the good corporate connections, extremely competent and potential individual with the good communication and interpersonal skills, able to organize and manage the mega international and national events. She had completed her PhD in computer science, the ICT-enabled embedding innovative e-learning strategic frameworks and models. She's working as a joint director, training and placement department, Sharda University, Greater Noida, Delhi. She's an associate professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, School of Engineering and Technology, Delhi. She has the certification from top foreign universities like USA, Irvine, Russia, Coursera, etc. She is the member of the editorial board of South Asia Journal of Multidisciplinary Studies, approved as a reviewer for the circulation in Computer Science Journal. She is a member of Vijnana Bharati India, founder member of Intellectual Galaxy under BIPS. She is a founder member of Erini Charitable Foundation, Bhopal. She had many achievements and awards in her account. She had the 3 Indian and Australian patents in her account, and she got the Young Scientist Award from Indian Science Congress in the Bhopal chapter. She won the first prize in the oral presentation of the academician category in the international conference. She received Rashtriya Arini Prashikshan Evam Rozgar Prabandhan Samman. She received the Shiksha Ratna Zero Mile Award, keynote speaker in the national seminars organized by the NRI group of institutions. She invited as a resource person in various national and international events. She presented research paper in 30 international and national conferences. She attended more than 50 international and national conferences, seminar, workshops, and FDPs. 16 research papers have been published by her in the international peer-reviewed Scopus and referred journals in the UGC approved journals. And in the project work, as we count for the project work, she worked as a principal investigator in many entrepreneurship research projects like animation and gaming training institutes in India of Adarsh Private Limited, Bhopal, and in K-12 schools franchising model of Adarsh Private Limited, Bhopal. She guided various major and minor projects at the graduation as well as for the post-graduation level. She developed a major project on payroll management system in Visual Basic for E-Era Infotech Private Limited. She developed a major project inventory management system in Visual Basic for E-Era Infotech. In the account of this her experience, she had a great experience of worked as a director in training and placement career group of institutions and associate professor in the Department of Computer Science. She worked as a senior faculty in ICCI Computer Academy, Bhopal, worked as a director in Unix Computer Institute, worked as a senior faculty in Model HS School, Bhopal, and a programmer with the E-Era Infotech. So this is the brief introduction about the ma'am. She had many much achievements and awards in her account. So I really welcome you, ma'am, for this occasion of our 5-day online national webinar on the innovation, startups, incubation, promoting IPR under this MOU with the WeGrow Research Innovation. So really, I welcome you. And now I request to Dr. Vuca Thakur ma'am to give her plenary lecture. Please, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am, for this detailed introduction. And it is really nice to listen about, ourselves. So thank you very much. And if you please allow me, then I would like to share my screen. Yeah.
Yes, and you can share.
So I think now it is visible. Is it visible now? If somebody can.
Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
Yeah, so madam has already given my detailed introduction. So thank you very much. So I would like to congratulate the organizers for organizing this 5 days national webinar. And thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. And I'm very much thankful to WeGrow also for supporting this event and inviting me here. So the topic is really vast. Innovation, startups, and incubation. promoting IPR. So I have taken one topic, that is innovation. So innovation and design thinking are, very much correlated thing. They are very gel well. So let's just start with how this innovation works. And I would like to cover a few points in IPR also. So success, creativity, idea, innovation, inspiration, vision, development. These are the buzzwords. So all these things, success, creativity, idea, vision, inspiration, development, all are, there with the innovation only. Because if you're not doing something innovative, the creativity, idea, these things will not work without innovation. This is what I understand. And if you're talking about the design thinking and design, so according to Steve Jobs, design is not just what it looks like and feels like. Design is how it works, right? So earlier we understand that if we are doing something creative, creativity is also not limited to the aesthetic sense. Whatever we are doing, we are creating some frameworks, some models, some ideas. All are these all are coming under the design thinking and creativity. Okay, and design thinking is about cognitive flexibility. Okay, the ability to adapt the process to the challenges. So it is not about the doing things in a traditional or conventional manner, doing things in an innovative way. So innovation can be happen with design thinking only. And how it is correlated with IPR. So let's come to the IPR first. So we all know IPR is intellectual property rights, and it covers various, patents, trademark, copyright, plans, and utility designs, geographical indication, trade secrets, and so on. So if we are talking about IPR in India, I would like to, a quick preview of the major branches. So intellectual property rights is something where with IPR, you may protect your ideas, your intellectual ideas, your traditional knowledges, copyrights and related rights comes under this. Industrial properties also come under this. Industrial designs, patents, trademarks, geographical indication. These all sectors, these all ideas, designs can be protected with IPR. So we are talking about like what we can do with IPR, how we can protect our intellectual properties with the IPR. So we have 4 types of intellectual properties which can be protected through IPR, and we can protect our ideas. These are trade secrets. So trade secrets can be it protects secret information, new inventions, or suppose we all have we all not drink, but sooner or later we all have tasted this Coke. Some have already maybe started not taking Coke, or instead of Coke we are taking fruit juices now. So the formula of Coke is still the secret, and this is the trade secret, and it is already covered under the IPR. Next is trademarks. So it protects the brand, like Apple for cell phones, and there are so many brands which are protected under IPR. So copyrights also. So copyrights, it protects the work of authorship, the literary work, the books, the movies, the drawing, the design. Patents, it protects the functional or ornamental features, like a swipe feature or iPhone design. I remember maybe Mercedes has claimed that they put a case against I-10 that they have copied the design of tail lights. So because of, if you are copying some designs also, these designs also can be protected under IPR. So in India, it is very easy to having the patent. Yes, it is not that much easy. So you have to search your patent. You have to file patent registration application, preparation for the patentability report and review of application, then issuance of patent and registration certificate. So this seems very easy, but it is not like that. It is just a superficial thing. If we go for the sorry, why it is not. If we go for the detailed design, detailed process, here you can see the process. Yes. So patent filing procedure in India, here you can see the flow chart of this process. So you go for filing, you file your patent, and after some time, maximum of 18 months of time, publication can be done. And then pre-grant opposition may come. Then initial procedures happen, and then hearing decisions. And after decision, this patent can be granted or it can be refused. And if some pre-grant oppositions are, if some oppositions are not coming, then what happened? You request for the examination, then issuance of first examination report. I think I am audible to all, or there's nothing like, hello? My voice is clear. If somebody can confirm, please.
Yes, it is, madam. It is very clear.
Okay. Thank you so much. So then filing response, you get the filing response, and this patent can be granted to you. And sometimes further examination of report is also happen, and then hearing. And after hearing, the again, it can be granted or it can be refused, and then grant notified. Post-grant opposition also come, and at that time also it is re-examined by the authorities, and then it can be refused or granted. So this is the detailed process of getting your patent granted. So why it is needed? Here you can see the original McDonald's logo. This is, on your left hand, it is the original one, and on right hand, it is the copied one. So found unpermitted use of trademark. Here, the remedies to claim. So this happens in Indore also. There's someone opened a pizza shop, and they gave the name Pizza Ghar. It is very similar to Pizza Hut. Okay, so Pizza Hut claimed that, and then Pizza Ghar people उन लोगों को काफी financial losses हुए, financial उनका fee देना पड़ा उन्हें. So that's why we need IPR. Now I want to come back to my original topic. So patent, we have seen the process of patent, but what we can patent, that is also important. What, like, if you are going to patent your pen, your normal, poem or anything, so it is not possible, So something innovative, novelty should be there. Otherwise, you may not go for patent your, design or your literary thing or your, model or framework. So what is innovation? So here we can see the innovation wheel. So under innovation, it is majorly divided into three parts: configuration, offerings, and experience. So these are the various sectors where innovation is possible. If we are talking about the configuration, so innovation is possible in profit model and networking, in structure, in some process. If you are, adding some new steps, and that is making that process more easier for the user or for customer or for anybody, the stakeholders, that this can be come under innovation. Now, the second point is offering. Offering is product system, product performance. If you your idea, innovative idea, can better the performance of any product, or this if it better the product system, or the production system even also. So that also comes under the innovation. You can, better the experience also through innovation, through your innovative ideas. In service sector, we have seen, drastic change. So earlier it is not possible, even like Amazon, Flipkart, they are here in India for a very long time. They are already here, but now the things are changing. How they are changing their services. Generally, we order, earlier we ordered some product, and we get that product in 3 days, 4 days time. Now it is, they are offering the urgent delivery, emergency delivery. They are offering same day delivery, half an hour delivery. So this is how their services are changing. And these innovative services are changing the customer's experience. Okay, so somehow we are, appreciating them, and we are appreciating, but because of the ease we are getting those services, we are using these services. Okay, the channels, the brand, okay, and the customer engagement. So these are the ways sector where we can think about, innovation. So these, again, the 10 sectors: configuration, offering, and experience. So profit model, the way in which you make money. Network, the connection with others to create the value. Structure, alignment of your talent and assets. Process, signature or superior methods for doing your work. Then offerings, product performance, that can be, you can include the distinguishing features and functionality. Product system, it can be complementary products and services. In service sector, you can change the experience also. So we have 4 sectors here: service, support and enhancement that surround your offerings. Channels, how your offerings are delivered to customer and users. Brand, so representation of your offerings and business. So customer engagement, so distinctive interaction you foster. So these are the sectors, various sectors where innovation is possible. So why we are talking about this innovation? We are talking about this innovation because if we want to patent some ideas, some intellectual property, some methodology, some framework, some model. So the first step is to define the problem. We have to identify the problem, and to solve that problem, we need to generate the idea. Okay. Then after generating that idea, the third step will be evaluating your idea. Okay. Then you choose the best idea and develop that idea. Then you implement that idea, you test that idea, and then monitoring happens. So when, if you are able to identify the problem, the solution will be there. Okay. You may, if you are able to identify the real problem, then you would be able to create the authentic ideas. Okay. Then you evaluate all of your ideas and then choose the best one. Okay. So the best innovative idea is that one that best fit to your criteria and shows great results on your methods for estimation, right? So if you are evaluating idea, that is possible through SWOT analysis, evaluation matrix, and pass and fail evaluation also. And if you are in the second step, you are generating your idea, then you should understand for whom you are generating this idea, for, who are the stakeholders, and brainstorming can be done, and problem inventory analysis can be done, right? So this is how you, identify your problem, you generate the ideas, you evaluate the ideas, and then you choose the best idea. Now you have that best idea. The step 5 will be the design. How you implement that idea. So you have to design it. You have to make a system. You have to do the prototyping, and you have to test it in the business or in any, the setting where this idea should be implemented. Then you work accordingly. You manufacture, this idea can be anything. So there's one designer who got very good, fee just to, his idea was that we all use toothpaste, Colgate. So his idea was to broaden the hole that from where our paste is coming out. So it increase the sale of the toothpaste. Okay. तो जो हमारा टूथपेस्ट होता है जहां से नॉब से बाहर आ रहा होता है पेस्ट, तो उसका आइडिया वाज वेरी सिंपल कि इसका साइज बढ़ा दिया जाए, इसे ब्रॉडर कर दिया जाए, है ना. एंड दैट आइडिया कंपनी हैज paid very high amount to that designer for this idea, and it really increased the sale of that Colgate toothpaste. So this is, how it happens. So next is implementing the idea, the strategy, how you're implementing it. You have to give the training to the staff and other, you have to make a business plan and consider outside factors and, other effects or, effects also. So post implementation, sometimes some, problems come, and we have to keep the monitoring. We have to monitor the after implementation also. We have to monitor the things, the process, how it is going on, right? So Albert Einstein said, he said that we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them, right? So we have to think differently to solve our problems. So how we can, change our thought process, how we can think differently, how we, from where we get these innovative ideas. Describe the process, how we will, identify the problem and think and do the brainstorming and get so many ideas. But from where? How we will get the, this innovative idea? So that we have to understand. If you people are okay, then I would like to do one, exercise with you, or if you allow me. So is it possible to do some exercise here online also? Exercise means one activity. Is it possible? So I think I'm already permitted. So let's go for it. So I feel you all are having pen and paper, right? So all are requested. So let me stop sharing. Okay. So I request all of you, if you are having pen and paper, then please draw one, picture. Draw one picture. So that picture can be your pet, it can be of your pet, can be a flower, can be of anything. Please draw one picture, any picture you like. You can draw yours, आप अपना भी photo बना सकते हैं if you're good in drawing. So I think everyone is doing that. Please open your cameras if possible. And please show me what you have desired, what you draw. Wow, it's a beautiful, sir. It's a beautiful bird. Yeah, thank you, Nareen, sir. You're the, fastest. Thank you very much. Yes. So sir has designed one bird. Anybody else? Please. You may open your camera and can show me what you have designed. Yes, sir, it's a beautiful flower. Sanjay Kumar, sir, thank you very much. Yes, GR. Jetmal sir is drawing something. Yeah, Sahas ji ne specs बनाए हैं. ये मेरे specs हैं. Thank you very much. Anybody else? You may open your camera. Yes. Okay. Wow, flowers, flowers. Wow. Heart, it is a heart. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So, बस एक छोटा सा question है कि when I asked all of you to draw something, what was the first thought you had? If you may speak, if you may write in chat box. What was the first thought? Wow, it's a beautiful girl. Thank you, Ashwini ji. What was the first thought you had when I asked you people to design, to draw one, picture? Start thinking what to draw. That's wonderful, sir. Bhagwat sir said, what to draw, what to draw. Okay. This is actually, a very good thing. Ma'am, I think what to draw, what to draw. Okay, maximum people thought what to draw. Easy to draw with available resources. Okay, things about my friends. What can I draw? Thought of my ability of drawing. Dhananjay ji ne bola ability of drawing. Okay. We called multiple meanings of picture. Okay, ye deep thinker hai Sahas ji. How to draw? What the reason to ask to draw? Okay, Tanushi ji. After Effects पर आप बहुत ध्यान देते हो. Ideas comes mind what to draw. To draw a thing that we wish to have. Okay. When you said picture, I recall multiple meanings of picture. Okay, things. Okay. What to draw? So many people, the first thought was the what to draw. And nobody has that fear that I'm not a good designer. I'm not at all good in drawing. Right. Why it was? Because I asked you to draw anything. Okay. As per your convenience, you were free to draw that particular design, right? यदि हम इस एक्टिविटी को उल्टा कर दें, एंड इफ आई आस्क यू पीपल टू ड्रॉ अ पिक्चर ऑफ अमिताभ बच्चन, ठीक है, अमिताभ बच्चन जी की पिक्चर बना लेंगे आप लोग सब. सो प्लीज ड्रॉ पिक्चर ऑफ अमिताभ बच्चन एंड प्लीज शो मी. ओके, संस्कृति सेड नो. नहीं बना कुछ तो बनाइए. संस्कृति जी क्यों नहीं बना सकती आप अमिताभ बच्चन की फोटो? बिग बी, ओ ये बिग बी लिखना नहीं है, यू हैव टू ड्रॉ. साहस जी, यू हैव टू ड्रॉ द इमेज ऑफ अमिताभ बच्चन. नो नो, ओके ओके. तो कुछ लोग ड्रॉ कर रहे हैं. whether we should wait or whether I can explain what is the meaning of this activity. Yes, sir, Naren sir is again, yes, sir has drawn a beautiful picture. You are the fastest, so I really appreciate your pace. Thank you very much. Okay, anybody else with Amitabh Bachchan picture? No, okay. Not possible for me, Tanushri. Okay. Praveen sir, draw Amitabh Bachchan जी है या क्या है sir ये? But thank you for trying. Amitabh Bachchan जी को बुरा लगेगा. Okay, so let's come to the point. When I asked you to draw as per your convenience, as per your liking, many of you drawn some images of yes, साहस जी बहुत अच्छी बनाई है आपने. ये ऋतिक रोशन ज्यादा लग रहे हैं. तो when I asked you to draw as per your convenience, as per your liking, many of you try to draw flower, bird, heart, many things, right? But when I restrict the things and I asked you to draw the image of Amitabh Bachchan, very few of you, even dare to try. Many people wrote, no, not possible for me. Okay, तो ये क्यों हुआ? इसलिए हुआ क्योंकि I restricted your imagination. Okay, when we are restricted, when we are bounded, then our innovation, our creativity goes down. And when we free up ourselves, when we are not restricted, when we are not bounded, then what happens? We try our best in our area of expertise, right? जिसमें भी हम convenient होते हैं, we try to do better, best, right? So let's go back to my presentation. So I was talking about design thinking, right? Yes. So design thinking is something where you create, you think out of the box. And one very big name, he said ki I don't think out of the box. Sometimes I think what to do with the box. Okay, so when we are not restricted, when we are free, when we are free to do anything of our liking, then we dare to do and we try to do. Okay, लेकिन जब हमें restrict कर दिया जाता है, we don't want to do anything, right? So what is design thinking? We need to understand this. Empathize with people's need. Okay, when you are going for some innovation, some research, every time it is expected that it is, this idea is evaluated on the basis of how this is beneficial to society also. What our society will get with your research, with your innovation. Okay, so always empathize with people's needs, collaborate with others across discipline, okay, skill sets and perspectives. So we need to understand this. This is very simple thing. When we are thinking, we are sitting in a room, we are thinking about something, then our thinking is very, limited. We are bounded. अगर मैं आपको बीच पर बैठे होते या किसी रिवर बैंक पर आप लोग बैठे होते एंड तब मैं आपसे कहती कि प्लीज ड्रॉ समथिंग, व्हाट यू हाउ यू सी दिस, कि आप तब क्या ड्रॉ करते? Your thinking will be entirely changed. When you are sitting in a closed room, that time what you think is entirely different what you think when you are sitting in open environment, right? So never hesitate to collaborate with others, with the people from different discipline, with different skill sets, with different perspectives, right? So you would, every time you would get new knowledge, new idea, and it would help you in your research work, okay? Include every idea in visible form for evaluation, okay? Whenever you are, thinking about something, the first 5 ideas will be very common. अगर मैंने आपसे बोला होता कि ऐसी कोई चीज ड्रॉ करिए जो किसी ने ना बनाई हो, कभी ना बनाई हो, तो व्हाट यू विल डू? कुछ ऐसा इनोवेशन जो यहाँ पे जितने ग्रुप में है कोई ना बनाए, देन जो फर्स्ट 5 थिंग्स है ना, द फर्स्ट 5 आइडियाज, जस्ट राइट देम ऑन अ पेपर एंड पेपर को फाड़ के फेंक दीजिए. कोई मतलब नहीं उस आइडिया का, बिकॉज दैट इज वेरी कॉमन. द फ्लावर, द बर्ड, द हार्ट. जब भी हमें हम छोटी क्लासेस में थे, हमारी मैडम हमें बोलती थी कि कुछ बनाइए आप बढ़िया सा सीनरी, तो वी यूज्ड टू डिजाइन दिस ओनली ना. प्लांट बना लिया, ट्री बना लिया, बर्ड बना लिया. But if we are asked to draw something innovative, then what we would draw? Okay, so this is how it is important, right? So include every idea in visible form for evaluation and repeat iterating it and testing the solution. To perfect them, always with human needs at the center. So the center point of your research, your innovation should be the human being, the human needs, its contribution to the society, okay? So how design thinking works? So design thinking is a framework for innovation. That's why I have taken this topic, because here, everyone is discussing how we can file a patent, how we can do this, how we can, go for patent, go for filing patent in other countries also. But what to patent? We should have something to patent, na? And how we will get that innovative idea? Through design thinking only, because design thinking is the framework for innovation, right? So how this works? So first you have to define, okay? Innovation should solve a problem. This is the, thumb rule, okay? Empathize means innovation should be human-centered, okay? How your research, how your innovative idea is contributing to the humanity, right? Then ideate. Innovation is born from a clash of ideas. So it is not possible that you think and you get one idea and you yourself consider it innovative. Trust me, at least 1 million people are thinking that idea, the same idea. So you should not stop there. If you are able to, if you have completed the first step, you have identified the problem, then see whether if you are solving this problem, then whether the human, needs will be entertained, whether it is human-centered, whether it is going to contribute to the society. Then third point, how you are solving this problem. So there should not be one idea, at least 15 to 20 ideas should be there. And then you should see how, you have to create the prototypes of this and these ideas. And then you have to test these ideas, how they are working with the problem and how we can implement them. Okay. And here you can see the sign of infinity. So it is not the, one-time process. It is the, this process will go on, right? So how, design thinking starts with the customers or the users. Okay. You should have empathy, qualitative research to learn. Okay. Then find unmet needs. Synthesize your evidence, then creative problem-solving process. Okay. Create innovations collaboratively. Okay. So you should, when you are solving some problem, you should talk to the stakeholders of that problem. If you're not talking to them, you will not be getting the right feedback. Okay. Then experiment to find the success. You have to experiment. You have to do the practical, because, innovation, research, now it is not limited to the science stream, the commerce, the arts, the humanities, engineering, science, even medical science, everywhere. Even media, entertainment, marketing, HR, everywhere there's the scope of research, there's the scope of innovation. And where there's the scope of innovation and research, there's the scope of getting your idea patented. Okay. So experiment to find success. The approach should be human-centered, right? So these are, various facets which directly connected to your design thinking, right? So 5 steps to innovation, which we were talking about. The empathy, gather information through how you will get, others' perspective, how you will empathize, how you will understand the severity of that problem, the deep roots of that problem. So you have to gather the information of that problem. Through interviews, you may gather information, observation, or first-hand experience. Keep an open mind and just listen, because you have to understand first. Okay. So you may, gather the primary data also. And primary data can be gathered through interviews, observation, questionnaires. You may do all these things. You may go to, various open-minded, and you should have open mind, and you should listen to the people. Then only you may understand the things, right? Then define. Define is narrow it down and describe the specific problem you are trying to solve, right? You have, first you have to elaborate your mindset, and then you have to narrow down it. Then you have to concentrate, focus on one problem on which you are trying to work, or which problem you are trying to solve, right? Then I did working within a time limit. Hold a blue sky brainstorming session. No idea is too improbable to write down, right? So what does it mean? Blue sky brainstorming session means your discussion can go, your brainstorming can go in any direction, okay? you never know what comes out, right? Because that is the innovation. Now, this is how innovation happens. Then prototype, using whatever material are at hand, quickly throw together models of your top ideas. So when you're thinking, as I mentioned earlier, you should not limited yourself to one idea. There should be multiple ideas, and you should, evaluate. You should evaluate those ideas, and then your top ideas you may, take up, and then you can go for the testing. Take your prototypes to the end user and ask them to use them, and then listen to their honest feedback. Okay. And in case of science research, obviously you have different way to test your, research work. Okay. And when you are getting your test results, obviously fourth and fifth step will be repeated, right? So how this design thinking process works. So empathize, reframe, ideate, prototyping, and test. So when you are empathizing, you should diverge. You have to, open your limits. You have to open yourself. Okay, you should be very open-minded. It is not that if you are getting some other kind of feedback, then you are, ignoring that. Because whenever you are focusing on one point, it can have direct and indirect factors. So you need to understand more. You need to listen more. You need to observe more. Okay, and you should open your boundaries. You cannot conserve. जैसे हमने चिड़िया का फोटो बनाया था तब our boundaries were open, लेकिन जब हमने कहा हमें अमिताभ बच्चन का बनाना है, then we were moved to converge. हमने अपने आप को लिमिटेड किया था. तो divergence and convergence both are important. When you are on first step of empathizing, then you should diverge yourself. And when you are reframing, you're framing your ideas, then you should go for convergence. Once you are focused on your problem, you have that problem, then you are thinking about the solutions. Again, one problem can have multiple solutions, multiple, ideas will be there. So again, you have to diverge yourself. You should be open for all the possible ideas to solve that problem, right? Once you are getting those ideas, and then again, you have to converge yourself to limited ideas. You select a few of them, and then you again make the prototype and then test, and then, feedback or the result. You have to see the result. You have to see the feedback. You have to improve that idea again, and then again implementation, and then testing. And this is how you get the best model and innovative model. Okay, so this is the problem space and this is the solution space. So beginning of the problem space, you have to diverge and then converge, and in solution space, again, you have to diverge and then converge. So here you can see what is our design challenge. When suppose we got some problem, then what happened, it is like this line. We got so many ideas to solve this problem. What happened then? You can see what किस तरह से ये line ऐसी आपस में गुथी हुई लिखी है ना? You are not able to find its end when you are starting, right? So your journey of getting, design challenge to design solution would be like this only, okay? So in starting, you would get so many, you would have so many challenges, would have so many confusions, And sometimes you change your problem also. Sometimes you identify the problem, you stick to that problem, but please don't hesitate to change your problem also. Because sometimes what you are considering as a problem is not a problem, okay? So you should be very open-minded, right? So if you have identified some problem, then you have to understand whether it is really a problem or I am thinking like this, that it is a problem. And don't think that you are always right, please. आपको हमेशा इम्प्रूवमेंट के लिए तैयार रहना चाहिए, हमेशा पता होना चाहिए कि आगे कुछ और हो सकता है. So let's see. Okay, so we have seen that design thinking has when you are going for design thinking, we have to follow some process, and that process has certain steps. So there are many groups like design thinker group, and they have given various steps also. Stanford D School, IDEO version 2.0, Luma Institute, IBM, FSU Innovation Hub. They all have given different steps, different models. But trust me, the process is same. Although the steps are different, but the process is same, okay? Stanford says empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test, okay? And IDEO, gather the information, generate idea, make the solution, and share. That's it. IDEO version 2.0 says take the inspiration, then ideation, then implementation. Done. Luma Institute says looking for the problem, then understanding, then making the idea. Okay. IBM says observe the things, then reflect, and then make. And FSU, according FSU Innovation Hub, it is empathize, ideate, and build. So here you can see what, throughout this journey, what kind of problems we see, what kind of, various sub-steps are there, in this process. Design challenges are there. Stakeholders mapping is, stakeholders means whom the people who are affected with that problem, who are going to get benefited after getting the solution to that problem. Okay, so context mapping is problem, road mapping is problem. Not the problem. These are the steps, sub-steps. Okay, ethnographic research, empathy mapping, exploring the person, journey mapping, research sense making. How we will find the idea. Brainstorming, think different, think wrong, okay? Brain writing, and then stakeholder value mapping, idea filtering, okay? Affinity mapping, low fidelity prototyping, paper prototyping, digital prototyping, story modeling, acting it out, testing and iterating, and then we get the design solution. This is how it goes. You may not think कि आज मैंने सोचा है चलो आज तो पेटेंट करवाना है, आज आ गया है मन में एक बढ़िया आइडिया, चलो आज करवा के आते हैं. प्रोसेस तो बता ही दिया है हमें, बट व्हाट टू पेटेंट, क्या करना है, किस चीज का पेटेंट करेंगे? Okay, let's understand. I told you this is the empathize and frame, it is the problem section, and ideate and prototyping is the prototype and design. This is the solution space. Okay, now understand this image. So these spaces are not equal. When you are empathizing, this process goes for a longer time than estimating. Then reframing goes for a it takes lesser time. Then again you ideate, and then prototyping and testing also takes too much time. Okay, then we assume, right? So Well, in first step, we are, understanding the problem. Then we should consult the experts also, right? And we should analyze the observation also. When we are defining the problem, how we are defining the problem. So how we are defining the problem? We understood the problem. We have identified the problem. We have taken consultation from the expert. Then we gather the information. Then you have to analyze that information. On the basis of that analysis, you may define the problem, right? Then generation of idea happens. Then you produce the various versions of product. What is prototyping? Prototyping is, various versions of product. Okay. Test those prototypes within team and department and the stakeholders, right? And then it includes the evaluation of the product, and the alteration can be made in the product. This product can be anything. This product can be your, some actual product, some service, some, we already talked about it. So it can be any idea also, okay? So the first phase is to understand, then you create, and then you deliver. So this is the design thinking framework, okay? So broadly, it is divided into 3 parts: understand, explore, and materialize. So when you are empathizing, when you are gathering information about that problem, and you are talking to the stakeholders, then this comes under understanding. And when you are you conduct the research to develop an understanding, okay? So whatever idea, whatever data, primary data or secondary data you are using, whatever data you gathered, you research, you do research, you do analysis, and then you get the result. On the basis of that result, you define the problem, okay? And this is also part of the research, okay? Then combine all your research and observe. Then generate range of various ideas, right? The second phase is explore. So you develop various ideas, and then you do the prototyping. You build real tactile representations, okay? Return to your user for feedback. You have, for n number of times, you have to test your ideas, you have to improve it. And then, it is an iterating process. Then you get tested, then you implement. Again, you're getting some problem, you're getting some feedback, you improve your product, and then materialize. This is the continuous process. It's still at some point you get that satisfaction. Now this idea is worth to patent, right? Or this product or this service is worth to patent. Okay. So this we have already discussed. Now understand this. The sensing the digital opportunity, right? Focus on achieving the total awareness to the organizational context and the key influences on how it operates and competitive environment, right? So sensing is also again important, right? Then empathizing with consumer, right? So focuses on the foundation of human-centered design process led through the observation, engagement, and immersion, okay? For sensing, you must be having one toolkit. You can use it. That is trend spotting in today's disruptive world, okay? Then the, for immerse, for empathizing, toolkit you can use is gaining insight using digital anthropology, right? The third is defining your challenge. design challenge. So focuses on the systematically approaching customer data and conducting analysis to discover meaningful insight and opportunities from the research and dimensions and reframing through synthesis. This is the toolkit, okay? Generating spectrum of the solutions. Focuses on expanding the boundaries of thinking and collaboratively creating something that is greater than the sum of its parts, okay? And imagine, ideate, and the model possibilities could be the toolkit for this process, okay? Experimenting through prototyping. Focuses on getting the ideas and exploration out of the head into the physical world, trailblazing the result using visualization techniques. Okay. Toolkit is prototyping for meaningful interaction. Validation solutions, effectiveness. Okay. So you have to validate also your solution, right? Focuses on capturing user feedback, refining the solution, and reaching a point whereby the solution satisfies the 3 tests of desirability, feasibility, and visibility. And for this step of process, the toolkit is desirable, feasible, and viable business model, right? So for empathize, you have to develop a deep understanding of the challenge and clearly articulate the problem you want to solve, brainstorming potential solutions, select and develop your solutions, design a prototype or series of prototypes to test all or the parts of your solutions, and engage in continuous short cycle innovation process to continually improve your design. So this is the framework, how you work on your problem. This is the framework for design thinking, right? So discovery, choose an affirmative strategic topic, gather data, understand and empathize with unmet needs, right? So this, we have, various models for design thinking, and I try to include all the models. So these models are, very close to each other. Number of steps are different, but although the process is, very close. But I feel this framework is, the best framework. Why it is so? Because it has, very detailed steps and, the process, how it goes on. Okay. So the first step we understand. The second step is reframe opportunity. Look for patterns and insights, question assumptions, frame your POV, define your scope, right? Incubate, switch gears, feed your brain with diverse stimuli, meditate, sleep on it. So you have to incubate your ideas also, okay? Experiment, explore possibilities, envision a desired future, co-create a diverse team, make your ideas visible, right? Then evaluate and refine the ideas. What is desirable, feasible, viable about your ideas? What are the constraints, okay? Rapid prototype or test. Think big, act small, fail fast, and learn from end users, refine, okay? So if you are not getting best idea or the best research result in just one go, then please don't be disappointed, because research is a continuous process, okay? And research is not something which is related to science stream only. Research is something which has already occupied all the domains, all the disciplines, all the, aspects of our life, right? So delivering the result, the final testing, approval, and then launch. But it iterates also. You have to evaluate your ideas with the external party also, and you may learn and create, and then you may improve it, and then you innovate, and then you can go for copyright. So here you can see how it was. So there is design services and design thinking. So when you are talking about the functional designs, right? It also comes under design thinking, but very less. And when you talk about the incremental improvement, it also comes under design thinking, but very less. Again, design things resides between reinvention and transformative design, right? Which changes the experience, changes the services, changes the entire model, or give it a very different and feasible, and society. It should, your research, your work should be should have some contribution to society. It should entertain the human need first, then only it is important, right? If you're designing anything, we can design anything, and that is not there. It can be innovative, but it cannot be validated by the society. If you have designed some product, some idea, which is not useful to the society, you would not be getting the validation. Okay. So if you're going for it, if you're going for having some patent, some, design certification, then you should see its value, its importance for society also, right? So this is the whole process, how we go through this. So you already understand this process, and you may ask the question also, but why, means I have taken this, I put that slide at the end. This is not the last slide, but the slide, this slide I'm talking about, why this design thinking is important and why we should go for design thinking. Because, design thinking is not only required for the research, for innovation, for patenting, for IPR. No. Design thinking is required in our day-to-day, decision making also. And why it is important? You can see this Vuca Matrix. Vuca means volatility, uncertainty, ambiguity, and complexity. Okay. So if you are talking about volatility means rate of change. And we saw how situation changes in, in very, small time period, okay, that we have seen in during the tough time period of pandemic, how things change, how everything already changed, and still we are in that changing transformative situation. We never know. Uncertainty, yes, uncertainty. We all are going to our offices, but we never know which new version of corona would come, and with what severity it would have. So we never know what means. If it is more severe, then we could face another lockdown. And if it would be less severe, then we start, we would keep doing our work like this. So ambiguity is there, yes, in this world. We are not clear. We don't know actually what is going to be happen, and how we don't have that clarity. The lack of clarity is there, okay? Complexity. So as I said, one problem can have we can solve that problem, and there could be n number of ideas, n number of solutions to that problem, right? But what happened is that whether that decision, that solution, sometimes we feel that solution is feasible to this problem, and through this solution we may solve the problem, but we never know their long lasting effects. Okay, so there are multiple keys to affect that decision factor also. And the reason is we are not the problems are not that simple problems. They are very complex problems in every domain, every discipline, right? So how well can you predict the outcome of your action? That depends, okay, on your design thinking, okay? And how much do you know about the situation? That is also depend on the design thinking. So design thinking is not, a certain process, a step-by-step process. For research, you may follow a step-by-step process, but design thinking is something which may change your entire thought process. And you should think in that way. You start thinking for each and every now and then, whatever problem is coming to you, because, we all are working, and every now and then we are facing some kinds of challenges. And how to resolve those challenges, even in your day-to-day life, that can be done through design thinking, because design thinking can change your thought process. You start thinking differently, right? If you're empathizing with others, then obviously you would never be a self-centered person, okay? So if you're not self-centered, then you would always think how your decisions can affect others also. So it can improve your lifestyle, the person you are, that the things you do, you think, it affects others also. So this can be changed through this design thinking. So this chart is called the Vuca Matrix. Vuca is V for volatility, and U for uncertainty, C is complexity, and A for ambiguity. So because of this VUCA situation, we should opt that design thinking. We should go for design thinking, and we all should learn this, right? So this is it. Thank you very much. With this, I would like to, stop my, lecture here, the session here. So stop talking and stop sharing also. So all of you are, I'm open for your, open for the discussion forum, and I would be, very happy if you want to add something to this session. I would also ready to learn from you people also, because we all are, well qualified individuals who are working in higher education. So thank you very much for listening me, and thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Over to you, Ozama.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thanks for delivering this nice lecture in a nice manner, actually. You had created some things and some about the learning skills. Starting, you had said about the draw the picture of Amitabh Bachchan and like that. All the things were really something creative and something new it was. And I think anybody if want to ask any type of a question about these all, then you are invited for that. You can write your question in the chat box as well. Anybody if wants to ask any question.
I'm allowing participants to unmute themselves. So in case they want to unmute themselves, they can. Participants can unmute themselves. And if they're not comfortable asking question live, they can, of course, put their questions in the chat box.
participants can unmute themselves to ask the question. Or you can write in chat box as well. If you have any query related to this one, you are free to ask. Okay, fine. I think there's no query. I'm very much thankful to you, ma'am, for giving this nice lecture on this. And now I request to Dr. Andy Fatangre sir for giving the vote of thanks. Dr. Andy Fatangre sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Honorable dignitaries, distinguished guests, respected principal sir, and dear participants. On behalf of my Sangamner Nagarpalika Arts, DJ Malpani Commerce, and BN Sarada Science Autonomous College Sangamner, with the entire fraternity of organizing committee, I feel immense pleasure to take this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks to our eminent speaker, Vuca Thakur, Joint Director, Training and Placement, Sharda University, Greater Noida, Delhi, who spare her time from her busy schedule to address during these 5 days webinar with her extremely relevant address on innovation and design thinking. That is a VUCA model. You are also explained in that regarding with that subjects. I take this opportunity to specially express my deep regards and gratitude to Dr. Sanjay Malpani, Chairman SP Shiksha Samstha, Dr. Anil Rathi, Secretary SP Shiksha Samstha, who always encourage us and provide the opportunity to organize such an events. Then I am thankful to our collaborator, WeGrow Private Limited and White Code, by whom we can able to access the technical supports. We are organizing this. We can able to organize this event very successfully by their helps. I extremely thankful to our Honorable Principal Professor Dr. Arun Gaikwad sir for unconditional supports and boost our confidence. I am also thankful to our both Vice Principals, Dr. Rajendra Ladda and Dr. Ravindra Tahsildar sir, for their continual guidance during this webinar. My deep sense of appreciation and thanks to all the participants who chose us to be lived with us and attending the webinar with a great enthusiasm to make these successful events. My sincere gratitude also goes to the organizing committee, including Pingle sir and Vuca ma'am, for taking the topics that really matters into today's age and time. Last but surely not the least, I thankful to all being with us to this afternoon. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, Fatangre sir. And,
thank you so much, sir and madam. One question is there. May I?
Yes, yes, you can.
So Sahas is asking, where can we find the courses related to design thinking? So on there are many MOOCs platform like Coursera and Academy, and you may find some on Coursera you would definitely get some certificate course on design thinking. So you may do that course. And thank you so much. I would also like to thank to Naren sir, Oza ma'am, and Ramesh Chandra sir, who is the chief scientist of WeGrow. So, and Shri Hari Pingle sir, thank you very much, and all the audience. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. And thanks for your cooperation and giving this nice lecture. And we are thankful to the WeGrow for giving this opportunity to organize this. And I want to say the participants that at the same time tomorrow we will meet at 3 p.m. At the same time with another speaker and simultaneously for the valedictory function as well. So you all are invited for that, and you will get the different link for that in your email IDs for tomorrow's program of this national webinar and valedictory function. So thank you. And now I think with the kind permission of Principal Sir, Coordinator, and IQC Coordinator, should we end the meeting? Okay.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vuca ma'am, for sparing your time. It was wonderful getting associated with you. Stay in touch. Thank you.